Hello, everyone. Welcome to this kind of last minute. I'm squeezing it in before I head off somewhere. Um, that's my phone going in the background. Sorry, you probably can't hear it. Anyway, these energies, I just needed to come on and share my experience today because I'm sure that many of you are having similar experiences, or you are about to, or you already have had them. But we are in, if you like, you could say we're in this process where we are in this finer and deeper purification, and in order that we can come into ascension and illumination. And so for me, I woke up this morning and I was in what can only be called bliss. And I'm like, oh wow, let's feel into that. And then I was here and I was just kind of I guess floating on it and curious about it, and got shown a little bit about it. And then I thought, oh well, I'll wait and see. And then I had to go, and I thought, oh, this will be a test, because I had to go out into the world. My car needed a warrant, and I've been invited to this really special ceremony that I have to leave for shortly. And so I thought, well, this will be a test, because I really got that I had had an ascension experience. And so I thought, well, we'll see. We'll see if this bliss sits here when I have to go out into the world, because I needed to get a warrant so I could have my car on the road. And, well, according to those rules anyway. And yeah, I arrived there, and my experience usually there is that there's often a really long queue. And I was just in this space, and I'm like, I'm still in this space. I haven't snapped out of it. I'm here, I'm aligned, and I'm in this bliss. And so I put it out there that this pierces the way, that it breaks open, that I'm in this incredible flow, this ability to create, this amazing creation energy, and that there is no queue or a short queue. And I rolled into the WAF station, and I'm like, thank you. There were two cars in front of me. And as I got out of my car to go in to register, the car in front of me pulled out of the queue and left. And then I was in there for only a few moments, and my car was done and out the other side. And so, yeah, just this incredible space that I've been experiencing. And then I sent a woman who I often do work with in a ceremonial way, and I sent a message to her saying how I was feeling, and I sent a message to two other women who I have regular contact with. And yeah, just we're in it, or we're on the edges of it, or we're in the process of this higher, finer purification, so we can come into bliss and into our own ascension and illumination. So yeah, I will tell you what I can get out of my mouth. So I want to tell you that we are in, or stepping into, so you can see this as this spectrum. Don't see it as a hierarchy. There is no hierarchy here. But we're in this spiraling up of ascension that involves, let's see, receipt, catalyzing, embodiment, and activation for illumination, for ascension. So yeah, I want to say to you, I feel we are already in the fifth dimension. I knew that this morning when I woke up. And so I'm like, so how long is this going to stay for? Is it just because I've been in this amazing, because I was in this wakeful but very expanded place? And it just hasn't gone. And so I think it's stuck. So yeah, you'll be in something in there in between purification and this illumination, embodiment, activation. So I want to tell you that what has come in is that on the new moon of this month, I was in meditation with a small group of people, and I was shown that the earth received a seventh dimensional wash. So it was like, so there were a whole lot of things that happened that to do with the seven, but there was this, the toroidal field got this seventh dimensional wash. The seals were opened and flushed through. So this is the breaking down of the old paradigms, patterns, conditioning that links into each of our seven main physical chakras. That this energetic shift is aligning us to greater truth, to purpose, to mission, to the dissolution of the lies, of the false, of the inauthentic. And we are seeing that on a personal level as well as in an external, so both the internal and the external. So there's a lot of bits to it, and I probably won't remember them to give them all to you in any kind of semblance of order, but I can tell you that as a teacher I learned that there is no particular sequence or order in which we all and each learn, so it won't matter. But I got that we are in the fifth, that truth is here. You may have seen that big post I wrote about truth, and I wanted to today, but I'm here instead. I was going to write about truth in relationship, but this is clear that the truth comes in that form. It's your internal truth arising. You're beginning to see who you are more clearly. Maybe you're beginning to see what it is that you need, or what it is that you need to clear. And certainly the instruction from Gaia to you is to keep tuning into you and ask yourself, what do I need? And then be open to finding a way to give it to yourself. So irrespective of whether that's taking some time off, having a sleep, lying in the sun, getting your feet in the ocean, find a way. If your body, whatever the body answers to you, find a way to give that to you. I want to tell you that, this truth will arise. You'll begin to recognize who you really are in this higher way, and what it is that you are here to do, and what it is that you need to clear in order to get to that. But that's what I'm showing. We're in this final series of acts and activations from this coming into your final purification, and then coming into this receipt of the new codes, the catalyzing and the catalyzing of those, the embodiment of those, and then the activation to come into the process of you ascending into your higher self, your higher illumined essence, your God self, your soul self, your fifth dimensional plus being. And that, so we've got that, and then on top of that we've got the seventh dimensional flush that's come through us as a toroidal field within us and through the planet. So I'm trying to slow down because it's a really racy kind of energy. And yeah, the divine masculine, they've had something going on for them, which I will get to. I want to tell you firstly though, let me just get rid of all of that. Oh yeah, so hello. So hello, sweet CC and Charlotte and Jackie. So yes, itchy ears, I've had a bit of that. So it's there's a lot going on internally. It's like we are reshaping, reforming, realigning, re-enlightening our internal self in order that it can be reflected on the external. That's another aspect that's happening. Glitches in the internet. Yes. So even getting my warrant, I was reminded how when I went traveling with my friend in when we were in France, she would say to me, Sharon, move. And I'd be like, what? And she'd say, just move away. Go and stand over there. She recognized it and I didn't, that my energy was interfering with the technology. So their printer wouldn't work, their screen wouldn't show up. Well, I didn't know I was doing that, and she did. And she would just say, Sharon, move away, go to the door. And then all of a sudden the printer would start printing out the receipt for us or whatever. But yeah, I'm not even sure why I said that. Oh, this internal, external, but lots of increase in speed and spin. That's happening. This truth showing up, what you need to know about yourself, what needs to still be cleared, what do you need to claim. There's this idea that I want to challenge you with, which I was challenged with as well, about claiming your authenticity, about claiming who you truly are in the highest divine order of that which you come as and which you are stepping into being now, in this God self, in this God essence, in this soul divine you. So claim it, own it, step into it, and see what needs to be cleared out of the way in order for you to take the next step. Yeah, of course, sweet CC. Honestly, I'm looking forward to I'm sure we're going to meet in person, you and I. It feels imminent. So many synchronicities that sweet CC and I have. Hi, Tamala. Yeah, and Tamala, are you Tamala or Tamala, or how do I say your name? And hello, Larissa. Yeah, so these, I was showing some things like wet skipping ropes. I was showing that the other day, as though the ley lines were moving like that. The clearing is, this overlapping idea. I think I spoke to that the other day. But truth is here. So truth is here. So firstly, your own truth. Who are you? And who are you becoming? And who do you wish to become? And what is it that you are here for? And what is it that you are here to do? And the self-inquiry, and then claim it, own it, step into it, become more of it, and then be in this space of recognizing that you are ascending and that your beloved is on their way, if you are looking for that, because there's that's so imminent as well. So I'll tell you a little bit about that. And I'm trying not to be all over the place, but I am. I just am all over the place. Yeah, so I went out in this energy thinking, well, what will happen? Will it all disappear? And it didn't. Everything I had to do just happened in flow and easily. And I really felt like I had a glow on. I noticed that people were looking at me even when I was driving. So yeah, that was interesting. So I got shown that this, and to me, see, even as I'm starting to tell you this, I'm all emotional. This crystalline white purification in full flow of Earth's toroidal field today, everyone is receiving this. It is impacting on the body. So all of those ascensions, symptoms, all of those upgrades to the human form that we have spoken about, you may be feeling that. It may be uncomfortable, it may be painful. Breathe through it, get grounded, get connected. The beloved is escalating. I want to say the divine partners, they are elevating. This pull in their heart is very, very strong. It shows up as compelling, as full as full of allure. And you know how in a cartoon that we often get shown that imagery of the cooked apple pie on the windowsill with the window open. That was the imagery I got shown, that the divine masculine are smelling that cooked apple pie like an aromatic scent. And they show up really as being a little bit like under a spell. To me, they have clearly separated from their previous partners. They are in this in a definitive way, in the physical that shows up. It's their self-talk is, it's enough, I've had enough, I'm done here. And those cycles are complete. Um, yeah. So yeah, this higher spin, this higher illumination, this coming into this embodied light body form, with this coming into the crystalline in the body. So just know that you're in this transmutation and this transmigration and this transformation to a very deep and higher degree. So where have I written this? Oh yeah. I'll just start at the beginning and then I'll come back. So I feel that some of us have had an ascension experience today, or an enlightenment experience or illumination, and that you may be feeling that. You may be feeling that you've really got your glow on, that everything is blissful, that all is well in your world, that there are no worries or concerns anywhere. Or you may be feeling a bit out of sync in your body as you're in this purification process. Yeah, so when I was first feeling into it, I did wonder, well, will this go? And it hasn't. And so I've been like this now for more than 12 hours anyway. Yeah, and then I went and got my organised for my warrant, went into the place to sit while they did it. And when I came out, I was like, "Was that my car?" I'm like, "Thank you." It looked like somebody had cleaned it. It was. I looked at it and I thought, "That's a really good looking car." And then I thought, "I think that's my car." Is it? I had to actually go up and sort of check in the window to see if it was. It looked like shiny and gleamy, and yeah, looked like an upgraded version of my car. So I had that experience. I really took a double take for that. Um, yeah, so this vision. So I had this vision on the new moon that the Earth got this wash, this seventh dimensional wash through the toroidal field and around the planet, and that we got the same. And I got shown that was like a washing, if you like, kind of enlivening our DNA up to 12 strands, of DNA, and that in this full moon that would become activated, and that our codes would be um, activated to come online up to the level of which we were ready. And so those are our genius codes. Those are our codes that are to do with our psychic abilities and gifts, that they would come and be activated today. Yeah, and then yeah, that's right. So that's what I got about today. That's what we would experience to some level. In preparation for this big reveal of truth that's going to come from within, and for the divine masculine, and within ourself as the aspect of us that is the masculine, and from within the world. So we are going to be shown, and it's already started showing up on the mainstream media, some of the sort of infiltrations, the lies, the perpetrations that have been hidden from us as humanity, and that there's going to be, it's like the big reveal. But it's all been sped up. That's the other thing. It feels like a lot of it was maybe supposed to come in on the 8th of April, and that a lot of it's come in early. So I haven't got to the bottom of that. Curious to see what you feel about that. And I'll look back here at the notes in just a second. So the divine masculines, I'm showing that they are awakening to their soul purpose today. And their truth about who their divine partner is. And that the light from the planet is firstly this white and then coming into this golden glow. So we've got big heart expansion that comes from today up and into the eclipse. So there's a lot of this revealing of who we truly are, our essence, why we are here, our purpose, our mission, our beloved, this connection, the purpose of that coming in for each. This activation of the genius codes and gifts, that it's all sped up, and that some have had an ascension today. So I know that's a repeat. It's pretty worthy of repeating though, isn't it? And then I got shown, and I found this very moving, I'm sure that you will too, that the oceans receive the codes. So today, that the codes that I'm speaking about came into the oceans, came into the waters, and that the whales are sounding them. That the water cycle supports these codes coming in, that they are now into the water cycle because they've come into the ocean. So they've come into the ocean as these light codes, and then the whales are sounding them out. And this is us coming into this higher from purification through these levels, which I've already spoken about, but this receipt, this catalyzing, this embodiment, and this activation. This is our individual process coming into the collective process. So this crystalline white purification in full flow of Earth's toroidal field today. Everyone is receiving this. It's impacting the body. The masculine showing up, the beloved masculine showing up, is elevating, as spinning and rising up. They are in this strong, compelling energy, like they are under a spell, clearly separated, completion of karmic cycles. And so here we are in our own elevation, in our own illumination, in our own ascension, holding space now for self and for others, like the journey of the ink spot on wet paper. So I'm showing that this is like an early ascension experience, and I'm all through my head as I speak that out loud. I can tell you that holds truth. I wanted to say that it's to do with, I haven't written this, I'm hearing this now, diamond code activation as well, and the emerald codes, the fire letters, all of these deeper aspects of you and me as the illuminated being that we are in our true divine essence, in our almost, I want to say, in our pre-human, but we are returning back to this original divine essence soul blueprint, and we're coming online to be able to step into that more fully. So claim it, own it, don't have to justify it, you claim it and own it. and then we can then impact. So this, it's like a wave, it's like the first wavers have had an early ascension experience in order to generate that energy to be pulsing out over the world, and the whales are assisting with that. Let's see here. Oh, like Pamela. Thank you, Tamala. Right, here's my mouse. Yes, I'm all kind of nervous. I've got this nervousness in me, and yet I'm in this surety. I'm in this knowing. Um, so yeah, ears itchy inside the eye. It's funny because I had that just a little while ago as well. So it's like we are revealing ourselves to ourselves. This is all of the layers back through time, space, and dimension. It's like all of us coming into sort of like, sinking in like bits coming together. And yesterday there was that whole experience of everything falling apart. We've had this experience in the last few days. I'm totally out of sync with time. I have got honestly, I I wake up and I got no idea what time it is, what day it is. I have to keep checking in because my time feels both expanded and elongated sometimes, and then quick at other times. And today has been like, is it is it Monday? Is it Monday? Is it still Monday? I've been in that experience, but yeah, this upgrade so that we can be here with it in our aligned, illumined, expanded self, divine soul, original blueprint, and that like washing out to the the edges of the next wave that are ready. And so this is how ascension is going to take place, but it's happening very, very quickly. Um, yeah, I think that's all. So I'll look here and see. So hello, sweet CC, and hello, Charlotte, and hello, Jackie. Um, Glitches in the internet. Yes, I think I spoke to that. Sweet CC saying, guided to pray forward more, like to allow and ask for divine hands guiding the energies. That's beautiful, beautiful. Hello, Larissa. And yes, of course, I say France. Eiffel Tower duffel bag felt like a carry-on trip. Beach week sounds wonderful. Maybe I'll feel it tomorrow. I'm feeling brain dead, but energy does feel good. Yes, well, in a lot of ways, that might describe how I was yesterday. Definitely thinking was not really anywhere on my agenda. I did have this sort of vague idea that I was going to complete quite a lot of tasks yesterday, and did not one of them. I don't think I did one of them. Strawberry shortcake dolls show up with the purple pie man, who's like the cartoon villain who wants to eat the berries in a cartoon. Doors will open towards you. Yes, perhaps the gate has been going outwards for a while. Oh yeah, because that's what I got with some comment that Sweet CC made earlier. Car is the body, ascension vehicle. Funny. Yeah, because I'm always showing that analogy about how we can see that our upgrade is like being a car on the motorway that's like a Mini or an old Volkswagen, that whilst we're driving along at 100 kilometers an hour, the car is transformed around us into a BMW or a Rolls Royce or a sports car. And that's what I'm showing, that's the analogy of what's happening in our bodies. Hello, always, Aura. Full moon. Oh, yeah, the full moon last night. Oh, man. It was incredible because we had our full moon, I think, last night. It looked like it was, I think, yeah, forget it. I'm not going to remember what time or day it is. But we had this full moon last night that was, the world was lit by it, honestly. Hi, Ciela, feeling all over the shot too. 1 minute tears, next minute recovering. My cheers out of the blue, no time either. Oh, that's interesting. It even rhymes, Ciela. And Dawn, hello, Dawn, feeling great today after being a lazy lump the previous two. Oh, yeah, see, we're all doing this in different orders. And in a way, I want to say that that's how we turn up as soul, to hold space for the rest, for our family, for our community, for the planet. It's like each of us went, right, well, I'm going to do that on that date and then in that place in that order. And that's what our soul nudges us to do. There's definitely this, like, hand it over, everyone, hand it over to yourself. Allow you, as the greater version of you, to be the driver here, assisted by divine. Super exhausted, and usually feel that way on a full moon. Okay, yeah, well, that's what I was like yesterday as well. I just had nothing to do, to give anyone or anything. Yes. And the other thing that I have felt today is massive heat, like huge heat in the body. Merkaba meditations, yes, do those. They're good because that's your light body. So one spins and they spin opposite, top and bottom, masculine, feminine. I will get confused about which is which, but you just invite your higher self to spin it in the directions that they need to go, but they intersect with one another. They always look like a golden light to me. So that's a really good exercise to do, or meditation to do. I'm sure that if you Google that, you'll find it, or even search on YouTube. Hi, Leah. Big chunk yesterday. Sleeping, yeah. So it's kind of indicating to me that a lot of you have been doing this process so that you can then be in a place where you can hold space for the next group that come in. It's like this lit up, expanded auric field, or spinning Merkaba light body. And it's like we've never done this before either. And so I want to thank you, and I just invite you really to take a breath and just feel into your own presence, feel into your own heart, and if you can, put your feet on the floor and take a breath. And then I want you to step away from your body and view your body, and breathe into your body from your external space. So you're expanding from the external with a breath, blowing into that Merkaba, those spinning Merkabas, those golden lights. And then step back in and expand it more, and feel the portal that is in your internal space, your internal, now I can't find words because I've gone too big, in your internal vertical tube, if you like, in there. Sit back in there and expand it further, and just allow all the debris, all that isn't required, anything that sits there that isn't necessary for you to process in any further way. And watch it being spun out like the spin in the washing machine cycle. The bits of debris, see them spinning out from you. Feel this light. Now feel your heart expanding. Now feel your heart pulsing. Feel the rhythmic pulsation now of your heart, your energetic heart, the toroidal field inside your heart, inside your light body. So you can see, how I see it anyway, is that we have a toroidal field in our heart, and we have others as well, but just for this exercise, in our heart, which connects into the toroidal field that is around our body, which connects into the toroidal field of the earth. So now you are in that space that's expanding. You're expanding the expansion. And now you are pulsating from that heart space. Like a sonar, like a blip. Connecting into your next now experience. So breathing in one moment at a time in each now experience, knowing it's perfect, it's divinely ordained, it's yours, it's expansive, it's full of truth, it's full of light, it's full of your gifts. So what are you going to breathe in the next breath, in the next now moment? Abundance. Abundant flow. Always more than I need, more than I know what to do with. More light, more essence, more generosity, more alignment, greater power, more empowerment, more attraction, more divinity, greater gifts, more genius, more flow, greater flow, bigger flow, more expansive flow. Cleaned and cleared, illuminated, awash with this divine light. That is you, that is me. And I want to tell you that, I might see if I can just go back and find it, but I did all these poems because, well, first of all, I've had this cold sore on my face. I've never had a cold sore in my life, and I've had a cold sore on my face. So that was one of the reasons. And then the other reason was that there's been so much coming through that putting it into poetry has been a way of kind of condensing it. But I want you to feel, I feel that an energy might come through in my voice, with my voice. So I will just find it. At least one of them. Yeah, so quite a few posts talking about this transformation and all the, so the light showing up, I should tell you, I'll do a little video on this, but the lights of our new earth show up in two spectrums. So one is the bright jewel colors that I showed the new earth, and those are the masculine spectrum, and the other are more these these more pastel opalescent colors. These are the feminine colors. Yeah, so this, a conundrum of this time. I want to read that to you. And I forgot to write in who am I? That was the subtitle, and I forgot to put it in. And I'd done all that on Canvas, so I just left it. I am a fractal of light placed into the dark to bring illumination to the world. This is you. I am a piece of stardust, a pinch of God essence, the light on the stage of my own theatre, created to create, for you, for me, for all. Learning, framing, creating, pieces of growth, the picture of the new earth. I am the spoken word, the silent thought, grace in action, the fighting talk, dramatic faction, tears on the pillow, a shout in the dark, a silent muse, a God spark. I will leave you growing, blowing, speechless, broken, deeper, broader, softer, known. I am you. So to me, this is the message of our mighty I am presence bringing us into this higher version of self. You. You. Are you a comet or a star? Near or far? In or out? Around or about? Doing, going, getting? Peaceful, calm, fretting? An existential crisis? Identity conundrum? A quantum exploration? Deep dive into self? Into own purpose and meaning? Shadow, light, grounded, flight? I'm separate, whole, sublime, divine, wild, tame, hungry, sated was meant to be that word. Separate, aligned, alone, entwined. I am not, wasn't then, but we are now. I am not resolved, known, returned, yet I am. And I feel that we are at the end of that today. For many of us, that we are there today. We are in our I am. Yeah, and then if you haven't done this, I invite you to do this right in this moment. Find your heart. Go there. Fall in love with this deep, juicy aspect of self, the one who knows much and feels more, who walks with grace and divine knowing and accesses the deepest recesses of soul to create the garnish on the delicious dish of higher living. Radiate your own internal light, emitting personal rays of sunshine from the silent clamour of your own nature. Be all that you are. Invite yourself to dance, to the dance of life, to the music of the spheres, as you witnessed your own birth from the sacred chamber of your heart. Find your heart. Go there. That's where, for all of us, our internal guidance sits. So see that as your GPS, your heart, your soul, your internal guidance, your internal steerage. What else is here? Yes, Larissa. His name, I thought that I put that in there for you, but I will write it in here. His name is Rick Jewers. And if you go to Telegram, you'll be able to find him. You might find him on Facebook also. But that's where he is. Yeah, so I want to I want to congratulate you, but that I don't mean that in any egoic way, but but really I want to appreciate you and thank you for this incredible energy and space that each of you hold, and know that right now I'm just inviting you to hold it for yourself and come into that alignment, that stability, that expansion through this light, and then you can hold space for your group, your monad, your family. That's where we are at. It's exciting, it's beautiful, and for those of you who are in this space where you're wanting to know what's your next bit, what's your new passion, where is your partner, this is all in the workings, I want to say, of this energetic situation at the moment. Hello, Jen. Yeah, so be in your own heart, be in that expanded space. And I thank you, I thank you, I thank you. And many blessings and much love. And we'll speak again soon.